already fully enlightened, but we don't recognize it. We don't pay attention to it.
Welcome to Spiritual Rockstar Podcast, where world-changing spiritual entrepreneurs come to deeply awaken the power within to bring forth their greatest purpose, while enjoying being in tune with all life and real wealth in all aspects of their lives. I'm your host, Daniel John Hanneman.
And welcome everybody to the Spiritual Rockstar Podcast. I'm so grateful to be with you today. If you're watching through video, yes, the scenery is pretty much the same, but a little bit different angle here. And it's just fun to mix things up finally. Things are in a new space. I'm recording this on the Lionsgate portal. So happy Lionsgate portaling for all of you that are receiving this, are connected to me, are receiving energies and shifts and all the good stuff. So today I'm talking about the heaven on earth frequency. Be talking about what is that, what is the direction for you to take to live in that frequency. And I'm really looking forward to diving in. I feel like I'm almost starting a brand new show today, like a brand new, not just show, but a brand new, almost like a brand new podcast, a whole new platform. Even though we talk about such things here all the time, it feels new on this Lionsgate portal. And so I'm really excited. If you're excited, let me know, put a comment below. And also, I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel. We don't ask people to subscribe enough. I mean, this is good stuff, right? If you've been listening regularly, it's good stuff. We have amazing guests, and I love to share with you directly on a solo podcast from time to time. So subscribe, smash the like buttons, put in a comment wherever you are. We would love to reach more people so we can live heaven on earth. Okay, so this reminds me of about 2 years ago. I was at a retreat. I'm going to get right to the subject really fast, but I just want to share this. I was at this retreat and got up and I gave, I think it was like a 2 minute little speech. Everybody was given 2 minute speeches at this thing. And I got up and I just got into the channel and I just was like, we're meant to live heaven on earth. And that's where we already are living, or whatever I said. I don't, I couldn't remember by now because it was channeled. And everybody was so happy. A bunch of people were applauding, and it just seemed like I could be wrong, but it seemed like what I said really resonated and got even extra responses, it seemed like, versus what everybody else was sharing that day. So I was so grateful that it resonated so much and that this frequency was flowing through me. And that's what I'm looking for today, because the heaven on earth frequency is more about a frequency. It's like, what's enlightenment? I mean, we could talk about it, what we believe it is, but the truth is we don't know exactly what it is. It's just, we can point into it, we can say, hey, this is kind of how you go about doing it, which again, I'm going to talk about that as well today. What is the frequency, kind of just try to describe it, and then talk about how you can step into living in that frequency. So anyway, I I've had great runs of being in incredible energies, and I'm definitely in one of those runs as of today for sure. I mean, today is an amazing day, and I feel like there's a whole new trajectory for my energy going forward. So get used to even more expanded energy on this platform. So the key is are we setting ourselves up properly to receive this frequency that we are? We are the emanation of source God within. That's in every cell, molecule, fiber of our being. There is not a moment we are not the frequency of heaven on earth. However, we can experience all kinds of different fragmentation along the way. It's like the same principle of we're already fully enlightened, but we don't recognize it. We don't pay attention to it. We get into the split mind, the ego mind, whatever you want to call it, and we see like where there's a so-called problem. The minute we start to tell a story about a problem, we have the experience that we have a problem. And so there truly are no problems, on this planet, in this world. Now you could say, but what about starving children? What about this? What about that? These are problems. But they're not problems in the way that we would describe problems. they are conditions that people are experiencing that come with suffering, absolutely, but they're not quote unquote problems. What it is it's just what is unfolding currently. And the more we can live in this frequency and realize that we won't keep trying to attack something that's an illusion, attack, first of all, we're attacking, and then attacking what's an illusion, that these people are so sick, they're about to die, these people are starving, these other people over here are heartbroken, it's a big problem. So it's really coming up from a place of really seeing clearly, because we're in such a high frequency and we're embodied at the same time. We're not just in the clouds, where we can meet people with compassion and love, but our frequency is at that heaven on earth frequency, where we can bring amazing quantum field energy, right, from the angels, from the unlimited source, to intervene, to shift the paradigm of the moment so that new blessings and miracles happen. So like today, for example, one of my clients, her website went down and she was really worried about when it was going to get back up. And it's really an important date for her, this 8/8 portal, to have that website open. And I just got into the quantum and did a prayer like I do for my clients, and it was back up really pretty quick. So rather quick, where it could have dragged out for maybe a day or more, it got up within less than like 3 hours or something like that. It was pretty quick. And so I could tell it was going to happen right away after I did the quantum clearing, or whatever you want to call it. Like, I did my process, I did the clearing, and I just knew like, oh, that's done. That's already happening. So that's all part of living in this heaven on earth frequency. We get into, yes, the language that a lot of you are more associated with, which is the quantum realm, where everything is already existing, and we get to experience not only a change in our reality and the mind says whoa, but also we're just living in that space of the eternal, and that is why I so love, of course, yeah, you always see Buddha in the back, but over to my to this side over here, which is probably your right side, wherever you're looking. Over here is where I have my altar and everything, and I have Jesus there. And why I channel Jesus is because my experience with Jesus is he is one who walked in that frequency of living heaven on earth. Did he have human moments? Did he have emotions? Did he get upset? Of course. So it's not that we're perfect beings and we're not human anymore or something like that, or in those kind of ideas. It's no, we're fully human, but we are living in the heaven on earth frequency. And that means that we're rich beyond all measure, beyond all circumstances. No longer does a condition define how well we're doing. Whoa, well, what's the bank account like? That's going to tell us if you're living heaven on earth, or how's your health? How's this? How's that? How's the other thing? No longer do those things matter in terms of living heaven on earth. It does not matter. We can live heaven on earth in any condition, right? We could be in pain, we could be in emotional pain, physical pain, we could be having money problems, we could be so-called money problems, money challenges. We could have all kinds of things happening and still be filled with love and joy, and we may have other emotions pop up along the way with that, but we still feel fully expanded, more or less, okay, very expanded, fully expanded. We can see and delight in everything. And although I gotta admit, I don't live in this frequency fully all the time historically at all. There's been times of great density, dark nights of the soul, and everything. I have had significant periods of time where I really was living in that frequency most of the time, very consistently. And something happened in the 2010 era, I want to say 2017-ish, where density came over me, and I went I went deeper within in some ways, but then I was in more split mind, and I think a lot of it came down to thinking I needed to figure some things out for my purpose, and maybe I do need to hustle more, or maybe I don't, and maybe everything matters and maybe everything doesn't matter. It's although my mind was in the spin cycle, and I also wondered like if it was okay to fully expand to my next level. I didn't realize it at the time, but I think that was part of it. Is it okay to be of a higher frequency, be able to see through everything and contribute that way and not get caught up in all the density? And something inside me thought it was wrong. And so I had an incident like when I was young, being gifted it with numbers and doing around the world flashcards and just being able to beat everybody in the classroom. But I would stop myself and let people win because I thought it wasn't fair. And so this is the same thing that happened for me when it came to living the heaven on earth frequency.
Do you want to meditate and make money? Let it be simple. Let it be easy. Let it be fun. Go to yoursacredpurpose.com and get your free Meditate Make Money meditation today.
It felt as though me doing so isn't fair when other people are suffering. I thought it's not fair. Now, I didn't mentally think this. I did think it mentally back with the flashcard thing, but this is what I've discovered is part of what happened. Part of what happened that kind of whacked my frequency for a number of years. It doesn't mean I haven't had some great frequencies and energies going on during these years. It just means like it bogged down. It definitely bogged down. So I'm waking up to this truth and I'm starting to realize it's okay to be me, to be high frequency and shine my light as bright as possible in the world, like I would encourage anybody else to do. But I was holding myself back. And I feel like the reason why I share this about myself is because I feel you're the same. Probably if you're listening to this podcast, you're the same. You've decided that you need to, as a sensitive or empath, etc., subconsciously, you don't believe you have the permission to just brilliantly be who you are and shine it into the world fully. And so, how do I know that? Because you're listening to the podcast. And so, chances are you need this message right now. So, what can you do to get into that frequency? There's so many things you can do. I've been doing things again for so long. And it just starts by realizing that conditions do not rule you any longer. Like that would be like if we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I promised myself I would not do that with you in terms of like up front. I have a play sheet here that I just kind of wrote down. Well, one of the first things we have to do is realize no longer am I going to let conditions define the level of frequency that I'm at. I am living at the heaven on earth frequency, period, unconditionally. Not because I'm oblivious to what's happening on my path, but because it's more efficient. This is where miracles happen. This is where we're more effective. So it is very practical. It's very logical as well. And if others are caught in their density and can't seem to deal with it, that's okay. We can do what we can to raise people up that are open to it, that are ready for it. Somebody came to raise my frequency at some point in my life where I wasn't ready for it. I'm not going to receive it, right? I just got a clearing from a healer and I got a big energy upgrade from it. But years ago, it wouldn't be possible. In fact, that same person tried to do some frequency work with me in the past. It was nice, but it didn't do that much for me at the time because I wasn't willing to be receptive enough to it. So we have to first, increase that receptivity first by realizing conditions no longer define us. It's all about our frequency. Number 2 is to stop judging and allowing the ego mind to run wild with judgments, jealousy, insecurity, all that stuff, and just get still, get connected. And that's a moment-to-moment practice. Are you connected? Are you fully connected? And when you're fully connected, truly, you're going to live more into the frequency of living heaven on earth. I like to anchor that through meditation. The deeper you go in meditation, on average, for sure, it's going to make a huge difference in your ability to stay centered in the connection. And from the connection, what happens is just automatically, naturally, the frequency that you are is able to be experienced through you. Now you're into that field. And so, yes, you can do all the other things. I'm going to do energy clearings on myself. I'm going to have healers work on me. I'm going to, maybe work out, maybe do yoga, maybe do a million things, sound therapies, and all kind. The list is never ending. The things that you could bring into your toolbox, and it is nice to consider all those areas. What are you doing physically? What are you doing emotionally? What are you doing spiritually? What are you doing mentally? Physically, are you, doing the thing, again, joyful things based on your intuition? What are you guided to do for your physical body? What are you guided to do to nurture your emotional self? What are you guided to do to take care of your mental, your cognition? How can you use your mental faculty to help your frequency? How can you spiritually connect more fully and more deeply? What are the things? It's not just meditation, it's not just prayer, it's whatever works for you. It's not just one or two things. So for me, I set my day with meditation. And as long as I keep just connecting with what feels natural and feels like it absolutely would delight me, like it's not like some otherworldly delight feeling all the time at all, but it's just like, oh, I'd love to experience that, right? And you just constantly say yes to that, what delights you. You just say yes to it. There's no, oh, but I don't know. And, you just say yes to it. And I think we've overcomplicated it. I'm going to have to say this. I think there's a lot of value, I think, at times, in things like human design and all these other things out there. But I feel that it can put you in your head. I don't know, did I emotionally process it yet? Is this my splenic intuition or whatever? I mean, I'm a manifesting generator with sacral authority, so it's supposed to be easy for me, right? But I can get in my head as much as anybody, even though they'll listen, like to my sacral chakra. I could, okay, now let me think. Okay, it sounds like a yes. The way it came to, I could really still get in my head. But if you just lean into, like some people say joy, but I think joy feels too like you're getting out of your body to most people. What delights you? I like that as a pointer better. So what would delight you? And then when you look at what would delight you, to choose that for your life and also for your business. So if you want to rock your sacred purpose, if you want to be a spiritual rock star, you want to do the things that delight you in your life and in your business. Because when you truly are doing that and trusting it, that's where all the miracles are happening, where the abundance flows, is when we say yes to those things. Now, there's limiting beliefs and whatnot that we're aware of, we're not aware of. And yes, as those come up, we want to flip those around, like, I'm worried about this, or just let go of that, just let go of the belief. Just, okay, that's not true. And just get still and just say, yeah, that's no longer the truth for me in my life. But often I find affirmations, okay, affirmations can be very key. A lot of people have poo-pooed affirmations and all that stuff. You can mentally say whatever you want. It's not going to happen unless you do the deeper energy work. But the truth is when you're living on the heaven on earth frequency and you're really connecting to the frequency of the intention, it's going to shift you. It's going to shift you. And it can create an instant miracle even. So no, they completely work. But if you're coming from density, trying to willpower yourself through an affirmation, yeah, probably it might do the opposite potentially. I mean, it's possible or nothing changes, right? So affirmations are good. My experience for myself is I literally just affirm quietly to myself. Sometimes saying it aloud is more powerful. Writing affirmations down can be powerful. All those things are nice. All those things can help with your frequency. If it's just about getting things, then you're not living the heaven on earth frequency. Okay, I'll be happy when I have $1 million, right? All that stuff. Well, I can be happy now, but I really need that $1 million, or I really need that goal. Then, man, I'm gonna be so fulfilled when I get there. That is not living in the heaven on earth frequency. Heaven on earth frequency is I'm already feeling amazing and expanded and fulfilled already. You start from there. I have talked about these aren't new ideas. I mean, not even to my former self, like these are things I've talked about a lot through the years, and I've slipped off of them a little bit for sure. I started to slip off of some of these eternal truths. And I've gotten to experience that, gotten to experience having goals and pushing a bit and trying to figure things out and whatnot. And I can tell you it's a heavy road to slog. I mean, you can see outer results, you can even get inner satisfaction from it. But the more you're allowing yourself to just live in the heaven on earth frequency, everything manifests at quantum speed. So, are you willing to live in the heaven on earth frequency? And what are some of the things that are most supportive of doing that? We talked about that today a little bit. We peeked into it. I would say the next level would be to allow yourself to receive from, like I did today through a healer. Like that was amazing. Like those things are amazing. I know that when I'm just following what delights me and being all about that and everything that like points me towards being in the heaven on earth frequency, or just staying in that frequency, then it works. It works and everything's flourishes more in my life and in my business. So, okay, I won't keep repeating myself any longer. I would like to invite you to, receive this channeled message right now. So let's see what wants to come through, and then we'll talk about how to really start to anchor this more, okay? So let's see what comes through the channeling, though, as well. Ah, I am. I am the eternal presence that experiences the eternal peace of being here now. There are no more senses of opposites, only all being in its perfect divine order. As I recognize that order in everything, I experience it in this way. And that which delights me the most unfolds in every moment. I'm grateful to be in this space. I am grateful to be in this space. I'm grateful to live in the eternal frequency of the I am. I am living in the heaven on earth frequency because I emanate from it and I am one with it. I let go of the sense of being shackled to the past or sticky with what I believe should be my future. I stand in the eternal and allow what delights me to point my direction forward and allow myself to dedicate myself 1000% to it, not just for myself, but for all. And let it be so and let it be done. Thank you, God, and so it is. Amen. Okay, just a quick, sweet message. The channeling comes in different ways, and times Jesus might come through to channel or come through me. So anyway, so I'm grateful for what came through, and I would say that some of the times I've enjoyed supporting people maybe the most for sure, it's been in part when I've done high frequency programs with them. I don't have anything to sell you, today as far as that goes, but I am going to be developing more for you to live this heaven on earth frequency. You could start though by going to yoursacredpurpose.com, getting the free Meditate and Make Money meditation, which is a powerful way to get started. To stop being sticky with money and let the downloads guide you. Works really well. And so this is the way I've been doing things for a long time, even during the more dense years. I've been downloading and tuning in, of course. So I'm wondering what it would be like if you were to just to decide, I just want to just shine and be who I truly am finally, the essential self. What would it be like to just trust that and let that be always your primary focus? And then letting everything flow from that place. So if you would like to connect with me further and have me help you with your frequency, you can feel free to reach out to me once you opt in for that free gift. And currently I am doing some channeled sessions for people. Often I am sending out some emails recently about it. I also have a Heaven on Earth meditation for you. So if you want to receive that, you can contact us as well. We haven't released it fully to the public yet. And I would just say, keep on tuning in. Like I always say, keep on tuning in here. And we'll keep getting to all the truths, all the different truths. Living in this heaven on earth frequency doesn't mean there isn't bottom lines and 3D stuff, we'll still talk about that as well, right? Like I always have. So looking forward to all of it. I'm just here to celebrate on the Lion's Gate that we are absolutely the heaven on earth frequency. We're meant to enjoy it. Last thing, hey, go to Instagram, watch some of my reels. I've got all kinds of information, and I do channelings with Jesus there. That's a great way to step up your frequency of living heaven on earth as well. Okay, I look forward to opening up new doors together with you for ourselves and for our world. Lots of love and blessings to all of you.
For listening to Spiritual Rockstar Podcast. Stay tuned for our next upcoming new episodes each Wednesday and Saturday. Please be sure to subscribe, rate, and review to help us to serve you best. As a reminder, you can get your free Meditate and Make Money meditation at www.yoursacredpurpose.com to rock your sacred purpose. Goodbye for now, everybody.